Welcome to another episode of Backyard Texas BBQ. Today I'm going to be making a Texas style ribs in your smoker. So my name is Kristen, and every Friday I'm sharing with you meat, sides, or desserts. Anything barbecue is what I like to cook. Now I have lived all over the country. I've tried all kinds of barbecues. I lived in Texas for a few years and it was my favorite. Now that I'm out of Texas, I miss the barbecue so much that I started teaching myself how to cook Texas barbecue. So this channel is all about easy, simple barbecue recipes that anyone can make. So we're first gonna start in the kitchen with the ribs, get them all prepped and ready. Then we're gonna head out to the smoker and cook it. So one thing about Texas is they don't use a ton of spice or seasoning. It's very simple ingredients, but it makes it taste amazing. All right, guys, let's go make these delicious Texas style ribs. So you're gonna first start by rinsing and then patting dry the meat. Now these ribs have a little bit of membrane, meaning like the hard fat that I'm going to cut off so they'll be nice and clean and so you don't get a hard bite of membrane. All right, once they're cleaned off a little bit, now it's time to prep them. Now, like I said before, Texas style has very few ingredients. So I have 1/2 cup of pepper, 1/4 cup of salt, and 1/3 cup of brown sugar. I like to use the brown sugar because it helps it stick to the meat a little better. And it just gives it a little bit of that sweet taste. All right, so you're going to mix this together really well until all the brown sugar is incorporated in the salt and pepper. Now, once you're done, it's time to put it on your ribs. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that is a lot of pepper, but actually this makes your ribs taste amazing. They have a little bit of kick to them, but they are so good. All right, so once I've patted them down, it's time to flip them over and we're gonna do the same to the other side. Now, you'll see a lot of professionals like to dry out their brown sugar. I am not a professional. I am a stay-at-home mom, and so for me, just having the wet brown sugar works out just fine. So we're patting down all the rest of the spices on the other side, and it's time to put them on the smoker. Now my smoker is at 275 right now. That's where you want to keep the temperature the whole time these ribs are cooking. So this is a pellet smoker. I am using a mixture between apple pellets and hickory pellets. The mixture of those two pellets are my favorite combination. All right, so the ribs are going on the rack. I am so excited for these. So we're gonna leave them just like this for about 45 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back and check on them. Go ahead and close the lid and we'll be back. All right, it's been about 45 minutes and I'm gonna spritz them with 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1 cup of water mixture. Go ahead and spray them so they're really moist. The point is to get them moist so they won't burn and they'll taste amazing. Okay, we're gonna cook them for another 45 and come back and spray. So in about another 45 minutes, I'm coming back and doing the same thing again. Now after about 2 hours of cooking, these are looking amazing and smelling amazing. So I'm gonna take them off the rack and cover them with foil. Now you can spritz your apple cider vinegar one more time, or you can just go ahead and wrap them. Now this time we're going to flip them over and we're gonna cook them meat side down for the remainder of the time. Now these are going to finish cooking for about 2 hours. And thanks to the winter daylight hours, we are now out of sunlight, so we are pulling these out in the dark, but it is worth it. Now the trick with the ribs is you really don't have to get a temperature, it's more about the look. Now these bones are, the meat is literally disintegrating off of the bones. That's when you know your ribs are done. We're gonna pull off these other racks and then get into the kitchen and let them rest for about 15 minutes or so. After they've rested, it's time to cut them up. Now these are so easy to cut into, and I love seeing the smoke lines in my ribs. That's how you know they're gonna be good. Now these simple Texas spices make it so good. So you're really getting the meat flavor instead of all the different flavors. All right, I just want to show you how easy it is to pull out the bone. That was just one-handed. It literally came right off. Now, if you have any questions, make sure to shoot it down below and I will be happy to answer anything for you. Now, I hope you enjoy these Texas style barbecue ribs and I will see you next Friday. See you guys.